We are about to get into our final series of the day, which is going to be the winners bracket finals between Team Toronto and Team Hafu. This is winner takes all. Like, this is the match that we have been building to throughout the entire day. Two incredibly dominant teams finally heading against each other as we get into this final.
We're already in, we're jumping in. We missed the first strike, unfortunately. It happened real fast, but it is going to be that Drakkar here for Anthony. Kai still on the goalie position here as Toronto pilots that one. Hafu trying to stop the core as they are playing aggressively on Team Toronto. Dog leading the charge yet again. Anthony Chen going to be very low, but Hafu keeps saving these goals.
Oh yeah, I love seeing the micro since we're on Hafu's POV here with the Dubu, but Dog takes it on through for the second goal of the game for Team Hafu. You can see Hafu on your screen getting excited, Dog with the emote, because they are off to a roll here with a couple of shots.
Feels really, really good to be off to a start like that. Let's see if they can keep it going. Hafu, plenty comfortable, just throwing out a couple of those bamboo logs nice and early. Anthony Chen getting staggered. Got to be careful about that one. But the goal's already been scored. It's so easy, man. 3-0 Team Hafu in game one.
Hafu looks a little confused herself, like, wait, how did we score that again? Toronto was there, right? What's going on? But no, Team Hafu looking super sharp right off the rip. Those gates going to be slowed open as Amaz went on a bit of a journey over towards Toronto for the time being. Tofu out, though, brings the core over towards the right side of the arena. A quick elimination brings it to a 3-on-2. Amaz intercepts the core down to Toronto, who clears it nicely down towards the south end. But the distraction of Amaz lets Dog send it on home.
The distraction plus the bounce. A beautiful score from Team Hafu. They're on match point. 2 minutes and 44 seconds still left on the clock. Team Toronto just getting absolutely outplayed here in this first game.
Yeah, early matches for Toronto were very one-sided both ways. They get on the board here, though, with a goal of their own, but it's a long journey to bring it up to 3, to bring it up to 4, to force an overtime. Granted, Team Hafu scored very quickly, so Team Toronto not going to feel the pressure of the clock, but anytime the core gets near their goal, it could be lights out.
But those gates are slow to open with the previous fast score, so I'm a little bit surprised we didn't get more PvP than we did as this one opened up. But we are going to see the core dangerously close. We are going to see the core in there. Fast as lightning. Team Hafu takes game one.
Hafu knows she's on easy mode because Dog and Amaz are on fire to kick things off. Sure, we missed the first strike, but I imagine it looked something like that. Dog doing the damage, Amaz finding the timings to leap on forward. That 1-2 punch has been unstoppable all day long, and Team Toronto are going to have to dig deep to find an answer.
And that's the big thing. This was not the answer. They knew what Team Hafu was likely to play. They came in saying, all right, this is how we're going to answer it. Let's open up with the Drakkar. Let's try to get aggro like that. But Dog and Amaz were ready to go for it. This, like, very forward positioned Juliet with this midfield Luna. It's so scary, man.
It really is, and I think especially when you're playing Kai as goalie. Again, I had talked about it a little bit earlier, but those big movement abilities really can catch a Kai off guard because you don't have the natural defenses of a Dubu, perhaps, with the special of laying out the Tofu to block off an entire choke. No, Kai has to rely on his movement to catch the core, so when Amaz is flying on in there with the Luna, it can be really hard to react in time, and we're already seeing a monstrous switch up. Estelle is in, and Juno is in here now, rocking that other composition we saw Toronto playing with.
Exactly. They ran this before, but it does involve swapping out both of the forward strikers. Still going to keep that Kai, still going to maintain that ranged goalie type of strategy, but this one's going to give him a lot more range overall to try to play with, but it means it's also Dog's playground if he can close the distance.
Oh yeah, you can't stand close to the railing or you will get obliterated by Dog. Already with the nuke from Amaz, sets up for a shot on goal. Toronto does deflect, though, and Hafu passes it back. Anthony intercepts it, keeps the pressure up, fully cleared back to Toronto.
Hafu doing a good job keeping that goal protected here. It is a 2v3. They're trying to be careful about it. Toronto going to get a block on that one as the core finds its way dangerously close to Hafu's goal yet again. But they're doing a good job trying to force this one back. Code and Anthony both far forward. Amaz with a free shot, but he doesn't quite have the angle he needs to get it in just yet. But there it is. Kai is not fast enough. and Amaz gets first strike.
I have got to shout out Hafu. Already has figured out that game of chicken. Did you see when the core was on her goal, she did not strike. She waited for the attackers to hit it first, knowing that it was always going to be the winning play to wait that one on through. That was gorgeous stuff from her, but the pressure continues, forces it on back, and now Hafu hits the grave.
The goalie is out, and that means this is a good chance to score, but Team Toronto not quite finding what they need. Oh, no! They get scored on instead. It's Team Hafu getting the point as Hafu makes her way back to the arena.
I love that shot from Amaz, just sort of, skirting the entire bottom of the railing there. The curvature sort of lets it glide on in to the goal. Amaz misses the attack that time around, and it's going to be Anthony Chen's turn to take it on through.
Right past the goalie, right through the Dubu. There they are. Now we're on the board. Now we got ourselves a game. Team Toronto needs to keep that up, though. They got some ground to cover, but at least they found a way past Hafu's defense for now.
Yeah, if you can get the core up in Hafu's face, those bloblets can pose a problem, but you have to worry about taking too much damage from Dog. You gotta poke out Dog early on, and that's exactly what they did this time around. The glide off, what a shot! Anthony takes it even.
It's okay.
Nicely done. Ties up our game here, 2-2. Team Toronto, this comp is working so much better for them against what Team Hafu's bringing to the table. They really seem to have found a way to start getting these points, to start setting up the field in a way that lets them score through this massive wall. But unfortunately, when Amaz is on the Luna, you can't be caught slipping.
Yeah, I mean, this is really, I think, Toronto's first time dealing with a really powerful Luna player on the opposite side, and you can see the confusion coming on in as a few relatively easy defenses end up faltering for Toronto, who's been so solid all day long for his team. Now with a game and a half played against this, he has to find an answer, but you gotta get one against Dog too, and a 1v2 pushes it in.
Dog moves his team to match point again. 4-2, Team Hafu. If they can get one more before their opponents can get two more, they're going to take the win and move to series point here in this competition. The Bloblets are doing what they can to get that core back towards Hafu, but she's not going to be caught so easily, but she'll still be caught. Team Toronto closing the gap.
Great play there from Code. The Bloblets causing some confusion, getting the timing on the strike right in Hafu's face. Back within one, but still need to string another goal together here.
Alrighty, let's see how they're going to play it out. Team Toronto just letting it slow down a little bit, not immediately hitting the core as soon as they get the chance. Now firing it back towards the Bloblets the Code had set up. Hafu using the tofu there for that defensive power, but remember now they know the cooldown's not available. Toronto gonna knock it back towards his own forwards, gotta be careful. Or flies past everybody else, but it's Hafu who's no longer on the map. It's a 2v2. Amaz taking over goalie duties for now as they fall back, wait for Hafu to respawn. She's back on the map. Anthony's here now too. Amaz gonna send it across from downtown, but no score just yet.
Amaz is so low here, in a lot of trouble. Hafu barely able to keep the core in play. Dog and Amaz, all three of Team Hafu on defense as all the damage comes in, and Toronto not fast enough to pick it up. Team Hafu move on to series and tournament points.
Toronto was in a spot where he might be able to contribute into that massive melee over the core, but it's Amaz who found the angle to score from downtown. A quadra for him in that game.
And you are seeing a Dubu locked in on the other side, so I think this will be Code moving over towards goalie. Has played goalie on Juno earlier today, but now Toronto showing the flexibility, playing attack with the Kai.
Exactly. They're keeping that Kai in the roster, but it's the positions themselves that get changed up. No more slime balls, but instead it's Dubu versus Dubu combat as it's been in so many of our matchups so far today. It's a wide open arena here in game number 3.
Okay,
and Code can't block it. It's first strike over to Amaz.
Oh, slow warm up there for Code. Hasn't played a ton of goalie today. And Amaz and Dog are master forward players. You just can't beat this duo. Absolute insanity coming through from them. We'll see if Anthony and Toronto can make something happen on their end. But again, that is a very squishy forward from Toronto to actually get the job done.
Oh, Core's on the side of Team Hafu. Anthony just trying to play aggressive here with his Estelle. Remember, she has the ability to reposition with the blink. She has that really long primary shot. You saw it right there coming out with Anthony. Tried to poke at Hafu with it, but she can surprise you with the angles, but he's got to always be looking for him. Toronto trying to use the range power of Kai to keep this thing moving forward, but Hafu's doing a great job zoning him away. Code stops it in its tracks, but Dog keeps trying to push the issue. He's gonna try to force everybody back. Anthony's been staggered a little bit now, and the core's been knocked back towards Hafu, but it ain't gonna be knocked close enough. Now it's Code, again having to defend. A 2 versus 3 as Amaz looks to score, and he don't have to look long.
Betrayed by his own Tofu, Team Hafu take their second goal on the game. And Toronto, once they lost Anthony, that power play put so much pressure on them. Dog and Amaz keeping that one going. We have to see Toronto and Anthony on the attack. It's all about the timings of the blinks out of Anthony. Already spending that cooldown, and Amaz turns it around. Anthony is able to get the kill on the enemy goalie. Relieves their own line. No! From beyond the grave, Hafu gets it done. Girls get it done. They're up 3-0.
Holy cow, man. I cannot believe it made it over the goal line, and Team Toronto has got to be sweat. Holy Dog just got it in as soon as the gates barely open. You give him an inch, he takes a mile. He's the dog.
You flip that name around, what does it spell? G-O-D. He is a god on the Juliet. Dog has been on fire. Team Hafu with a wide open lead, up 2-0 on the series, up 4-0 in this game. And Dog tries to take it home. Huge damage. Amaz has an opportunity. They play defense well. Team Toronto still alive.
Hafu sets him up, throwing out that bamboo log to make sure the core stays on the other side of the arena as Dog looks to knock it back in. The angles aren't being played just the way they need them quite yet.
It's a double!
Wants to sink it. They get it in. They get it done. They do it in perfect style. It's a 5-0 game, 3-3, nothing final series. That's it. Team Hafu are your Omega Strikers, Blastoise Invitational Champion.
Hey, congratulations! We've got Team Hafu with us, of course. Team Captain Hafu, Amaz, and Dogdog. Okay, so first question. You three, this was probably like the most dominating performance that we've seen all day, especially throughout, I guess I could say, competitive Omega Strikers history. So Hafu, how was the team so gosh dang good in this tournament today?
Well, we're all just freaking try-hard gamers. So we played a lot yesterday, and then actually both David and Amaz played today apparently as well. And you know, David watches like the #1 person on stream, and then we link like what builds are supposed to go. So I mean, we just try our best.
Oh, so you had a lot of community members as well, who have probably, I don't know, probably played in some of the alpha, trying to give you tips and tricks?
No. We just like I think a bunch of like people who played in alpha have been streaming. And so they have like tier lists and they have like guides. And so we just went to their stream and dragged it. So it was free information for everyone, you know? You just have to know where to look.
True.
That's perfect. That's how you get to like tap into the community and then really be able to figure out what's going to work. And Dog, for you, it looked like you on the Juliet was really working for the squad. So what did you like so much about this striker?
Okay, so whenever she's like against a goalie 1v1, it's like impossible for the goalie to stop the ball because there's a cooldown on your strike. So if you strike and then the goalie strikes and then you use an ability, the goalie can't strike again because it's on cooldown. So you can almost always score if it's like a 1v1 situation. And you have a lot of kill potential, so you can like just murder anyone on the map. So she's like really, really strong.
And Amaz, for you, you were playing our small little Rocketeer Luna, as well as I think a few games of the Drakkar, but I think you were probably one of the only Luna players that we had seen, and you had so many amazing moments where you were able to just dive and smack the core, like sneak it in. So what was your decision making between picking up that striker?
I actually did try every single striker first to see which I like the most. And yeah, I just like big flashy plays, you know, all of my abilities seem very influential, and Luna can just dash from one end of the arena to the other, right? So it's actually crazy. So I was just, I'm gonna get good with her because she's super fun. And yeah, I'm surprised I'm the only one.
And Hafu, you were the brains behind putting this squad together. I think we all noticed the one theme of either TFT or Hearthstone for this squad. So was that intentional? You were trying to get the big brains together? Okay, well, I know that part, but I was trying to build a narrative and a storyline. How did Amaz get here then?
I had to do a rigorous interview.
Shut up. Amaz is my good friend. I got invited to this while I was playing Played with Amaz. And I was like, wait, Amaz would be great for this because this game is kind of similar to Battle Right, which is a game that both him and I loved and played a lot of. And so I was like, oh, this is the kind of thing Amaz would have fun doing. They want me to get other influencers. And I was like, oh, perfect fit. You want to play with me and David? He's like, okay. And then, yeah.
Well, again, you guys are the winners for today. So I guess the final question I have is, what's next for you, Hafu, now that you are the first ever Omega Strikers tournament winner?
Who knows? Who knows? On to the next tournament. No, I love this game. I hope it succeeds, and I'm excited to play more of it.
Are you a part of the creator event, or can we get you in the creator event? Is that something that you've been hit up about? I don't know if I'm releasing things.
I have not been hit up about it yet, so I don't know. But
okay,
my DMs are open.
Your DMs, okay, her DMs are open. She's literally the tournament winner. We need Amaz, Dog, and Hafu, all part of this creator event. I don't know if you know, but you could get like a 5% slice of the season 1 revenue for the first season of Omega Strikers. So we need to figure out a way to get Hafu and the squad in there. But again, congratulations to Team Hafu. Go enjoy the rest of your day, knowing that you are the first ever Omega Striker champions. Thank you so much for taking the time to play and for speaking with me.
Woo woo! All right. Thank you, chat. Thank you for hanging out with me and cheering us on. It was a long day. I'm exhausted.